Much has been reported recently about the explosion of artificial intelligence, in particular AI's impact on education. As Frank Healy discovered, students at the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design are learning firsthand the role of this emerging technology in today's world and for future generations.
Right now we're standing in the Lubar Emerging Technology Center. We've been looking at AI for several years now, sort of bubbling in the surface. We've been seeing things coming up from different companies.
For Ben Dombrowski, there's no worry that computers will one day take over. He's confident his work with machines will continue to benefit us all. As managing director of the Emerging Technology Center at the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, he's in charge of these students, who are themselves teaching machines to make art. Kale Karbowski started last year when an online image-making program called Dolly was made free for public use.
So the second I got it, I started messing with it, and like the next day I went into work and said to a student, like, give me a picture of your sculpture and let's put it through Dolly and see what happens. And then I just let them run with it.
And I'm currently working on my thesis, which uses AI in a few different ways. I mostly work in sculpture.
Joe Willis, a senior fine arts major, is one of those students.
And I've been putting in some of my notes from critique and asking it to generate sculptures based off of that.
Taking work that Willis made and generating images like this.
If AI was an automobile, this is like some steam-powered, this is not even Model T level type of technology.
Another student doing just that is Melvin Hood, a senior taking a minor in digital media production who uses AI to create animation.
I mostly utilize AI through motion capture. So I make 3D animations and I use an AI that can take a flat video and turn that into animation data.
So a dance in a viral video, for example, can suddenly be recreated in his work without the difficult process of having an actor wear motion capture gear.
It definitely opens the possibilities of what I can imagine and put on screen.
AI isn't just about creating art for all of these students, however.
I use AI in almost every piece of work that I do.
Sophomore James Hill has a unique approach to using AI among his peers. For example, he gives it his syllabus.
It kind of gets an idea of what my class expectations are, and from there I'll feed it homework assignments and I'll ask it to generate a task list for me to complete.
He says while he was a good student before, AI helped him organize his studies in a new and intelligent way.
Based on that, I have gotten an 100 in every single class this semester.
Not everyone is on board right away, however.
Some students are really resistant to it. I think because of what they've heard on the internet about how it's bad.
Stories about how AI could be used by students to cheat by writing their papers have been big.
I don't see why they wouldn't be.
Dombrowski says whether it's paying someone to write your essay, stealing answer sheets, or, yes, having AI write your paper for you, some students will always cheat. He says the thing that concerns more artists and people in general is that they may be out of a job.
AI is an automation powerhouse. So if you have a job that can be automated, there's a good chance that it may displace that type of role.
Which is why Dombrowski says it's important students are learning about AI now.
But the other thing that happens with all technologies is that other opportunities present themselves.
So when they're faced with difficulties these new technologies will present, like numerous artists having had their work taken without permission and added to databases that AI used to generate images, the students are looking at the bigger picture.
For me, this brings up the conversation of how should we protect artists, because artists are already having their work stolen online in a lot of different ways, and this is just a new way that this is happening.
AI is really a tool for the better, and we need people who understand it to be the ones to legislate it.
So instead of being afraid,
I think a lot of the fear comes from not understanding how AI works or what it does.
Students are prepared to work in a world where AI exists.
I'm not sure if AI will ever be able to fully automate art, because it's learning based off of what we're creating, and it needs something to base itself off of.
Try to be encouraged in the fact that you are a human and you do have that element of, you know what you want to do, you know the message you want to send, you know the story you want to tell.